Senator Tito Sotto is the new president of the Senate, replacing Senator Cheese Escudero. During the Senate plenary session on Monday, September 8, Senator Juan Zubiri moves to declare the position of the Senate president as vacant. With no objections, Escudero approves the motion. Escudero suspends the session and directs Senate President Pro Tempore Jinggoy Estrada to ascend the rostrum and preside over the session. Zubiri then nominates Sotto as Senate President. Senator Lawrence Garma seconds the nomination. No other nominations were made.
I have the honor of nominating Senator Vicente C. Sotto III as Senate President. As Senate President, he always led with fairness and transparency, and he led with an open ear and a decisive hand, ensuring unity and stability in the Senate at all times. Most importantly, he was a traditionalist in the very best sense of the word, consistently upholding the rules and traditions that protected the integrity of the Senate as the nation's last bastion of democracy.
With no other contender nominated for the post, Estrada declares Sotto as the new Senate chief. Escudero subsequently administers Sotto's oath. In his short manifestation, Escudero thanks his colleagues who trusted him in the 19th and 20th Congress.
I serve at the pleasure, Mr. President, of the majority, and understand and respect the decision of the majority of my colleagues. I hold no grudges. I hold no ill feelings. I congratulate Senator Vicente Tito Sotto III on his election as Senate President, and I wish you well, Mr. Senate President.
According to a reliable source in the Senate, Escudero lost his post due to several issues used against him. These include the impeachment of Vice President Sara Duterte, the corruption allegations surrounding the government's flood control projects, and charter change. Contractor Curly Discaya named several congressmen and Department of Public Works and Highways officials who allegedly solicited money from his firm after it won a government project bid. At the Senate Blue Ribbon panel hearing on Monday, September 8, Discaya identifies several lawmakers who would allegedly create problems for them if they did not cooperate in the scheme.
Wala kami magawa dahil kung hindi kami makikisama, gagawa nila ng problema ang project na na-award sa amin sa pamamagitan ng mutual termination o pagkakaroon ng right-of-way problem na parehong nagdudulot ng hindi matuloy ang implementasyon ng mga proyekto.
He says the percentages were given in cash and each transaction has a voucher and a ledger stating which day the money was received by the other party. Discaya says several DPWH officials approached them after they win the bidding. He alleges that these government officials demand for percentages in exchange for projects. He says the share they allegedly ask for ranges from 10 to 25% of the project's cost. Discaya also tags Ako Bicol Representative Elizalde Co and House Speaker Martin Romualdez as part of the scheme.
Karamihan sa mga kawani ng DPWH na nabanggit sa itaas ay paulit-ulit na binabanggit ang delivery ng pera ay para sa Elizalde Co na dapat at least 25%. Si Kong Marvin Rillo naman ay ilang beses na binabanggit ang pangalan ni Speaker Martin Romualdez bilang kanyang malapit na kaibigan.
In his sworn statement, Curly and Sara Discaya also bear that they were forced to hand out money to politicians themselves. The Discaya couple insists that their firms never established any ghost projects, emphasizing that they thoroughly inspect each one. The Discayas underscore their desire to testify and voluntarily serve as state witness to disclose alleged corruption. Several lawmakers have denied the Discayas allegations. Romualdez also refutes the claim, calling it false, malicious, and nothing more than name-dropping. House Speaker Martin Romualdez and several lawmakers denied the accusations made by contractors Curly and Sara Discaya that they were among those who asked for a share of funds from projects. In a statement on Monday, September 8, Romualdez calls the Discaya's accusations as false and malicious. He says that if anyone used his name to get funding from projects, they did it without his knowledge and permission. Romblon Representative Eliandro Jesus Madrona says he could not recall any of the Discaya companies having an approved project in his district. According to Madrona, Discaya companies made a bid in Romblon, but he has no hand in how the bidding was awarded or how the contractors were paid. Curly Discaya singled out Madrona when asked by Senate President Pro Tempore Jinggoy Estrada to name the House members he had met personally. San Jose del Monte City Mayor Florida Robes says she will file a libel charge against Discaya, saying that there was no ghost project in their city. Occidental Mindoro Representative Leody Tariela also denies the Discaya's statements, saying that it was the Department of Public Works and Highways that was behind the implementation of infrastructure programs. Quezon City 1st District Representative Arjo Atayde denies having dealt with the Discaya family's firms, saying he never benefited from any contractor. Quezon City 5th District Representative Patrick Michael Vargas says the Discaya's testimony is not true, adding that Discaya-owned or related firms have no projects in his district. Pasig City Representative Romualdez refutes similar accusations, claiming that this is just a diversionary tactic. Romualdez was part of the camp that opposed Sara Discaya's mayoral candidacy in Pasig City. Marikina 1st District Representative Marcy Teodoro also denies his involvement, clarifying that firms owned by the Discaya family have not been awarded any contracts under his watch. He says he is considering filing perjury charges against the Discayas. During his speech before the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee on Monday, Curly Discaya tagged several House lawmakers and DPWH officials who allegedly solicited money from his companies after they won contracts for government projects. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla says former police Colonel Royina Garma is in Malaysia to meet with individuals from the International Criminal Court. In a briefing on Monday, September 8, Remulla says Garma agreed to be a witness in the case against former President Rodrigo Duterte.
I think that she is the highest ranking police officer that can be asked to give a narrative about the drug war, the right system, and the other parts of her testimony which she already gave in the Quadro.
During a series of House Quad Committee hearings, Police Lieutenant Colonel Santi Mendoza tagged Garma and former National Police Commission Commissioner Edilberto Leonardo as the alleged masterminds in the killing of former PCSO Board Secretary Wesley Barayuga. Garma also revealed to the Quad Committee the supposed existence of a reward system in former President Rodrigo Duterte's drug war. According to Garma, Duterte called her in 2016 about the creation of a task force which will implement the so-called Davao template in a nationwide scale. Duterte disputed Garma's claims, saying the former police official was supposedly lying. When asked about the Barayuga case, Remulla vows that they will still pursue it.
But we will not let the Barayuga case go undone. We will still run after it, and we will see how this will play out, because the testimony in the ICC is very important, I feel. And not only that, the Wesley Barayuga case is equally important. It cannot go unnoticed and unserved. So we will cross the bridge when we get there.
Garma has been a suspect of an immigration lookout bulletin order since November 15, 2024. The Bureau of Immigration clarified that no hold departure order or warrant of arrest is currently issued against Garma. In November 2024, authorities arrested and detained Garma and her daughter, Angelica Garma Villela, in San Francisco, California. Garma arrived in the Philippines from Los Angeles, California on Saturday, September 6. The Bureau of Immigration earlier confirmed Garma left the Philippines for Malaysia on Sunday evening, September 7.